Hi everyone, welcome to generating your 1099 tax forms using MDS Explorer. This step-by-step tutorial is going to guide you through the entire process within our software. The first thing to do before you get started is make sure that you're aware of how to update your vendor information if needed. Start doing that by going into the Accounts Payable module, the vendor file. Here you can pull up each vendor and be able to update their name, tax ID number, even the type of 1099 that they should receive. So I'm going to go into edit mode in this example, and I'm simply going to check off the type of 1099 that they should receive and click on finish to save my changes. Now that I know how to update vendor information, I'm going to go up here in the main menu bar under annual tasks and go into 1099 processing. Now if you don't have this as an option, it may be due to your permissions, so talk to your system administrator. Now when I clicked on that option, I get this program update warning. This is simply warning you to make sure that you're running the latest MDS update. Now this is our 1099 processing window. There are a few steps in here, 4 to be exact, that we're going to review today. The first thing you need to do when processing your 1099s is to calculate the totals that your vendors have been paid by the properties that you are processing. So for that reason, the first thing we're going to do is select the companies we want to process. I have a template right here set up, which I'm going to be using throughout my presentation. 3 companies. Then you're going to put in 2 digits of the year that you're processing. And then below there are some additional options that you can review. If you've already done 1099s in the past, it just comes right back up for last year's. If not, if this is your first time, you can take a look at them and review them. It's simply a place where you can go and assign specific general ledger expense accounts to a type of 1099. Okay, I'm going to click process now at the bottom. Now this is a quick process, as you probably saw just flash at the top right hand corner. It's simply just calculating for those 3 companies that I selected. So now I can cancel out of here and move on to my next step. Print 1099 checklist. So here I'm going to select again the companies that I'm processing, and then I'm simply going to leave the default of process all types of 1099s and click on print. So this is going to generate a report for me. The report's going to be a report for each property that has 1099s to print. So we can see up here there's a total of 2 pages in this report. First page is for company 1, Main Street LLC, and if I go to my second page, it's for company 101 Maple Street North LLC. Alright, so here you can see the vendor's tax IDs, their vendor code, their information, as well as their address, and the type of 1099 and how much they're going to get reported in that 1099. This is the report that you want to print out and review before you move on to the next step. Alright, so now that we've reviewed those forms, we either went to the vendor files to make some sort of updates, or we're just ready to print your forms. You can move on to the third step here, print 1099 vendor forms. Here we're going to pick the companies again, and because we're printing the forms, we actually have to tell the system what type of forms we're printing because they do have different formats. So I'm printing 1099s NEC. The majority of our clients probably will be printing the same types. Then on the right to that, you have some options. I selected 3 companies, so I'm going to use this option that says use parameters for all companies. And I'm also going to select the option to print image of form copy B behind the text. So I'm going to select that so it can be ready to print using pre-printed forms, and then I'll have to buy copy Bs from your paper source. I'm now going to click on print down here. Okay, so now if you take a look up here, there is a total of 4 pages. Each page can have up to 3 different 1099s, so that's what we're seeing here. If I go to the second page, it only has 1 because this is the last one for this company that we're seeing here at the top right hand corner. So my next page starts my new company, 101 Maple Street North LLC, and then the last page is just that one that just puts that 1 there. Okay, so from here you can print these directly to plain paper, maybe perforated paper, but you can print these on plain paper. You can just mail them out. If you did not select that option to print the image of the copy, these would have been just floating variables, and then you would have to load up the right paper. So after you're done printing your 1099s, the system is going to print your 1096, and you're going to load up the proper paper here. Click OK, and then once you're ready, you're going to click print over here on the left-hand side, and this will print on the appropriate fields within the paper that you've loaded. There's 2 of them because there's 2 companies that we are submitting and printing 1099s for. And once you're done printing them, then you're all set here. You can close out of here. Now the last step is a step to create a magnetic media file, just a file with the information to be uploaded to the IRS. We're going to select our companies. Then we're going to put in which tax year we're doing this for, 2024. And we're going to put in our transmitter code. The transmitter code is a code assigned by the IRS. If you've done this with them in the past, then you should have a transmitter code. If you don't know it, you forgot it, you're going to have to contact them about it, as well as if you've never signed up for one, then you have to start the process with them, and then you'll be able to create this form. So I'm going to put in the contact info for my CPA here. They can call if they have any questions. And I'm going to just check off the type of 1099s that can be included within this file. The last thing you're going to do is you're going to select a location where the file will be stored to. So I'm going to just select my desktop. But if you guys have a specific folder, you can navigate to that. And I'm going to click process now. Now there's already a file in my desktop with the same name. So it's asking me if I want to overwrite this file, and I'm going to click yes. If this happens to you, it's more likely because there is a last year's file still in that location where you're putting this file in. If you don't mind overwriting, click yes. If you don't want to overwrite it, click no. Go save it under a different name, and then come back and recreate the file here. Once you get this pop-up message, that means that the file has been successfully created. So now you can navigate to that location within your computer or your network and upload it straight to the IRS's file system. If you have questions on any of this, feel free to contact the support team. Thank you.